all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when them prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the cast up. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Go! Okay, you got it. Look! Go! Go! Look at you go! Okay, you bubbling. Look!
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and irate, and we act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, the machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a pantyhose.
Go over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to do. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Raping.
Yo, it's with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently.
Here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, and now he rolls him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Noah Spence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now it's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again with Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Winston and Humphries connecting there for a Tampa Bay first down. A first down throw for Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ready, blue lady.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, Winston escaping the pressure right. And Winston lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep and got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one, 42 yards. Garoppolo looking very comfortable running this Niners offense. He's got a 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Gerald McCoy. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Ready? Flag 22. Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's convert.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Mike's 50. White.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Jameis to throw it. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Winston. And Winston lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now McKinnon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. He finds Humphries. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Evans. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he gets it down to the 32. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cassius Marsh able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And Catanzaro missed it. That is no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
He gets this one to Johnson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
McKinnon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the backfield standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
21.
Garoppolo, maybe a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Garoppolo looks to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. He's got Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with McKinnon. And he's got room. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's McKinnon. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
11. I got you.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And that is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, John.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So out come the Bucs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Philly, here we go.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
11. 6.
Garoppolo now, first down throw, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, gun.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
It's caught, Humphries. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the other.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities.
And it dropped it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home. It's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done.